Welcome back to the channel where we proudly expose Hollywood's most sacred tradition, thirsting in public. We always think of celebrities as untouchable, perfect hair, flawless skin, immune to awkwardness. But today, we're shattering that illusion. Because it turns out, the rich and famous are just as down bad as the rest of us. There are moments when female celebrities see a hot male co-star or fellow celebrity and all that fame, money, and media training goes straight out the window. What's left? Pure, unfiltered thirst. Some keep it subtle, most do not. And honestly, bless them for it. Today, we're diving into 10 absolutely hilarious thirst moments where A-list women just couldn't hold it together. Grab your water, you'll need it. Before we dive into this beautiful chaos of women thirsting over hot male celebrities, do me one quick favor. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more celebrity moments that make you scream, "Oh my God." If this video makes you laugh or feel personally attacked, smash that like button. And tell me in the comments, which male celebrity would instantly turn you into a thirst meme? No shame. This is a safe space. Number 1. Jennifer Lawrence publicly simping over Timothée Chalamet. Jennifer Lawrence is the queen of unfiltered thoughts. So when she met Timothée Chalamet, she practically needed a fire extinguisher. She once called him so talented and also hot. Like he's hot now, but he's going to be hot forever. That wasn't just a compliment, that was a prophecy. In a press junket, she admitted to accidentally flirting with him while filming. Accidentally, as if every word wasn't dripping with cougar energy. Somewhere, Leonardo DiCaprio felt a disturbance in the force. You know it's bad when Jennifer herself said, "I felt like a pervy old woman." But honestly, we've all been there.
I didn't realize he was so young though. So hot. Timothée, I'm waiting for him to get like a little bit older, buttering him up.
Taste him right now.
And then like a pig for slaughter. And I'm gonna swing right in there as soon as he's like 30. Just tell him to wait. So talented and hot. He's old enough to say that, right? He's over 18.
Yes, he is.
Okay.
He's 22. It's
What
fine.
if I was like, he's hot, and he was like 15?
Number 2. Emma Stone's Titanic-level crush on Leonardo DiCaprio. Emma Stone's love for Leonardo DiCaprio runs deeper than the Atlantic. She's openly admitted to having a teenage obsession with him since Titanic, and when he handed her the Oscar, she looked like she was about to faint. That wasn't acting. That was 15-year-old Emma screaming internally. In interviews, she's called him the pinnacle of male beauty and joked about framing photos of them together like prom pictures. Leo could have asked her to reenact the "I'm Flying Jack" scene on stage, and she'd be up there, arms wide open, no questions asked.
What is your memory of winning the Oscar and walking to the stage?
Leonardo DiCaprio. That was what was going through my mind because it was him. And I was like, I'd seen Titanic 7.5 times in theaters. He was the love of my life. I had a picture of him in my bedroom that was signed that I had gotten for my birthday when I was like 12 years old. And I was walking to Leo. And I was like, this is officially the most surreal moment of my life. I could not believe it. I think he probably thinks I'm like a little weird because whenever I see him, I'm kind of like, hey, how's it going? Just in little moments where you're at the same event or something. He's very sweet though. But that was what was the craziest experience was the fact that it was him. Yeah.
And disconcerting.
Number 3. Selena Gomez's strategic thirst for Chris Evans. Selena Gomez is not one for subtle moves. When she started following Chris Evans on Instagram, the internet imploded. And let's be honest, she knew what she was doing. She's openly called him dreamy and husband material. On a talk show, she even joked about wanting to marry him, saying, "I'm a little infatuated." But the thirst level went up a notch when she was spotted wearing a chunky cable knit sweater identical to the one Chris wore in Knives Out. Coincidence? Not with that timing. Selena's playing a slow burn thirst strategy. Respect.
I was just wondering, now that you're single, who is your #1 Hollywood crush?
Oh.
Me.
I kind of have a crush on Chris Evans.
Yeah, he's super
Isn't he cute?
Yes, he is super cute.
He's very cute.
His
Number 4. Amy Adams struggling to be professional with Henry Cavill. Now let's talk about Amy Adams and how she somehow survived working with actual Superman, Henry Cavill. During the press tour for Man of Steel, Amy admitted that filming scenes with a shirtless Henry was extremely challenging, not because of acting difficulty, but because of distraction levels. She laughed about how hard it was to keep eye contact, saying, "It's like trying to have a serious conversation with a Greek statue. It's unfair."
And I mean, Henry is a very good-looking man. How do you? I mean, I struggled. So
you didn't even have an adjustment period. I had an adjustment period, so now I get to act like it's all cool hanging out with him. But trust me, I was not cool.
I was going to say, how do you keep your cool and your focus when you're faced with him?
It took a while. I have to be really honest. I call it the 5-second rule. You can't stare into his eyes for 5 seconds. Something will happen. You'll either giggle or I don't know what you'll say, but it turns women into fools. So
Amy also said she would volunteer for retakes of their kissing scenes purely in the name of getting it right. Sure, Amy, we're on to you.
You know,
And it must have been so challenging having to work with Henry every day.
It's just so awful. It's just too bad about his face, right? He's such a nice guy, and then, I kind of feel bad because in all of the press, it's like obvious, so people are constantly asking the question, and then I'm like, Henry's gonna take out a restraining order on me if I keep talking about how cute he is and like giggling in his presence. But I challenge anyone to stare in his eyes for 5 seconds and not giggle. So, yeah,
Okay.
It is not easy. And
I'm definitely not
really
up to that challenge.
Yeah, but he really is the nicest guy and so humble and has so many other wonderful qualities that you kind of forget, and then you see other people react to him, and you're like, oh yeah, he's really good looking.
But perhaps her most iconic quote came when she said, "Someone has to kiss Superman. I'm just doing my job. That's not thirst. That's professional dedication with a side of blessed opportunity."
Now probably most people envy you because you kiss Superman.
Yes, and they should. He's very good looking, and it was a nice day at work, so thank you.
Number 5. Chrissy Teigen Zero Chill for Chris Hemsworth. Chrissy Teigen is a professional at being unprofessional when it comes to celebrity crushes. Her thirst for Chris Hemsworth is the stuff of internet legend. She once tweeted, "Chris Hemsworth could ask me to slap my own mother and I'd do it." John Legend, if you're watching this, you're a secure man. Chrissy has also publicly wondered if it's legal for someone like Chris to exist. Honestly, the UN might need to step in. That jawline is a global hazard. Number 6. Adele meets The Rock, forgets what breathing is. The 2023 Grammys gave us many things, but nothing quite as perfect as Adele meeting Dwayne The Rock Johnson. For years, Adele fangirled over The Rock from afar. She'd name drop him in interviews like she was manifesting this moment. And when it finally happened, she looked like someone just told her she won the Powerball.
Someone I've never met that I think I would actually cry.
Who?
Is The Rock, but I know he goes by Dwayne Johnson now.
No, wait,
I was the
okay.
biggest wrestling fan when I was younger.
This is so funny.
He sent me
When Trevor Noah introduced The Rock to her mid-show, Adele's face went through all 5 stages of emotional meltdown in 10 seconds. She later admitted, "He's my dream man." The way she leaned in for that hug, if given 30 more seconds, she would have been picking wedding venues. Ariana Grande, Jim Carrey, one fangirl. Now, you wouldn't expect pop princess Ariana Grande to thirst over comedy legend Jim Carrey, but here we are. She's called him her first crush, and once admitted she cried when she met him. Not a cute little tear, full ugly cry. When they worked together on Kidding, Ariana described it as the most surreal, beautiful experience of my life. Sorry, Grammy Awards, you've been dethroned. She even once posted a photo with Jim captioned, "Love of my life." Somewhere, every millennial who grew up quoting The Mask nodded in approval.
Wasn't he your first
crush? Yeah. My first screen name was like at AIM. Remember when AIM was the thing?
Yeah.
It was Jim Carrey fan 42. I am not lying. And I loved him.
Number 8. Sandra Bullock Keanu Reeves made her giddy.
Reeves is very handsome and attractive and very dashing leading man who every woman in America swoons over. Oh, God.
Sandra Bullock's longtime crush on Keanu Reeves is basically a romantic comedy in itself. On The Ellen Show, she confessed she would get all giggly and stumble over words whenever he was around during Speed. Imagine Sandra Bullock, one of Hollywood's most poised actresses, reduced to a blushing teenager because of Keanu's wholesome energy. She even admitted he was so handsome it was distracting. "We believe you, Sandra. The rest of the planet agrees."
True. I think about how sweet Keanu Reeves was and how it was hard. It was really it was hard for me to like really be serious. Like he would look at me and I'd be like and I'd have to try to, and his job was just to keep my dress sort of kept flying up. So his job was to I said, whatever you do, just keep my dress down. And the whole stunt, like he just made sure my dress.
That's sweet.
Very sweet.
Did y'all get together? Did you date him?
Never dated him.
Really?
There was just something about me that I guess he didn't like.
No, that's not true.
I think it's true.
No.
He was
probably intimidated.
Not at all.
Yeah.
There's nothing to intimidate. I'm not that.
Yes, you are.
But I think we're probably friends for that long because we didn't.
Yeah. Right. That.
The cherry on top? Years later, Keanu admitted he had a crush on her too. "Hollywood, you're wasting time. Greenlight their love story already."
Did you know that she had a crush on you? No? Did you
She
have a
obviously didn't know I had a crush on her either.
Oh, wow. I can't believe you both had crushes on each other and you were so scared.
We were working.
Well, I know, but there's other people that work. Haven't you ever had a romance with somebody that you did a movie with? Sounds like yes. I mean,
make that face.
Whether it's before or after. I mean, you can wait until it's over.
Sure.
Yeah. But that chemistry was real because y'all really did both have feelings like that.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
It was nice to go to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I mean, she's such a wonderful person.
Come on, Sandy, come on out.
I kind of want to look.
No, she's
awesome.
not.
Hey.
She's not here, but.
Oh my God.
That would have been so great.
It would have been really nice.
No, I believe
Number 9. Margot Robbie thirst queen of John Cena, Tarzan himself. Let's talk about Margot Robbie, because this woman does not know the meaning of subtle thirst. First, we have her teenage crush on John Cena. Not only did she confess to having a life-size cardboard cutout of Cena in her bedroom, but she also admitted she used to kiss it goodnight. Folks, this wasn't a passing crush. This was a full-blown WWE-blessed obsession.
I slept in a room for 2 years with a life-size cardboard cutout of John Cena in the room.
Really?
Yes, and sometimes I'd wake up in the middle of the night and be like, and then I was like, oh, it's just John Cena, it's okay. And it was, I remember thinking, I wonder if now that I'm gonna work with John Cena, like, should I tell him this or is that gonna be weird? And I thought, I'm just gonna keep that to myself. I'm not gonna tell him that'd be a weird way to start our working relationship and friendship. And then 5 seconds into meeting him, I was like, I used to sleep in a room with a life-size cutout of you.
But wait, the thirst train doesn't stop there. Enter Alexander Skarsgård, aka Tarzan with abs chiseled by Greek gods. While filming The Legend of Tarzan, Margot confessed to insisting on multiple takes of their kissing scenes. For authenticity, of course. She described his body as a sculpture and said working with him was distracting on a spiritual level. At one point, she joked, "It's a burden to look that good. For him, obviously. For me, not so much." Honestly, give Margot an award for services to cinema and herself.
I'm just gonna go there. His body is insane.
I know. It's, I don't even know, words fail me. It's
The first time you saw him shirtless as Tarzan, what went through your head?
nothing. My mind was blank and my jaw was on the floor, as was everyone else in the crew. Like, people stopped working. Even the men were just like, whoa, wow. It's amazing. He worked so hard. I've never possessed the self-discipline to get in shape like that. I'm so impressed.
Number 10. Anne Hathaway speechless in front of Ryan Gosling. Anne Hathaway is all class and grace until Ryan Gosling enters the chat. When she met him at an event, she was so starstruck she admitted to being completely useless for the rest of the night. She's called him a real-life Disney prince and confessed his eyes are so intense she forgot what words were. That's not exaggeration. That's the Gosling effect. If you've ever wondered what happens when an Oscar-winning actress meets a human embodiment of charm, it's this: emotional shutdown. So there you have it, folks. The thirst is real, the thirst is relentless, and frankly, it's iconic. These celebrity women prove that no amount of fame, Oscars, or press training can stop a good old-fashioned swoon moment. At the end of the day, they're just like us, starstruck, blushing, and sometimes strategically wearing sweaters to send messages. Now it's your turn. Who is your celebrity thirst target? Chris Evans? Keanu Reeves? Maybe you've got a thing for Timothée Chalamet's cheekbones? Drop their name in the comments and confess. Let's make this a safe space for shameless celebrity thirst. Don't forget to like this video if you've ever had a crush so bad you forgot how to breathe. Subscribe for more hilarious celebrity moments, and remember, we're all just one awkward meeting away from joining this thirst club.